Well, good morning, Madam Chief Justice, justices, judges, family, friends, one and all, here we are again. It was just last week that many of us gathered in this very room, and I appointed my 90th judge, 9-0, not 19, 90, and once again we're reminded that the court is in indeed good hands and will remain so. And once again, our newest judge reminds me that the Judicial Nominating Commission made it impossible to make a bad or wrong decision. And all three overly capable, obviously, great attorneys, skilled to select from, and this being since the court's inception in 1986. There's only been two. And it goes without being said, you've got big shoes to fill. Judge Wentworth, you've compiled such an impressive, long list of important rulings, and your contributions are not just appreciated, but they're part of what makes our state's reputation so well received, so welcoming to do and review business. And we'll be eternally in your debt, and I will be from this day forward. It was somewhat bittersweet, but I wasn't looking forward to this day. But I am looking forward for you and the new chapters ahead in your lives. And again, it's with faced with the impossibility of making a wrong or bad decision, I am comforted with the fact that I know I've made a good and right one. Because I know the individual that will assume your post. This very unique court, a single judge, focused on a single, ever broad, but topic, tax law. And having known Justin, and from this day forward I will be calling you Judge, having known Justin for years and years and years, I've seen up close and personal on a day in, day out basis his level-headedness, his calm demeanor, his pursuit to not just serve Hoosiers, but to make their lives better through the budget process, through our economy, how we manage those things. You've been at that table literally on a daily basis. And I've seen you put your IU degree and your Harvard degree to use. I've seen you over the years chair the Indiana Board of Depositors and the work that's come out of that, the Distressed Unit Appeal Board. I've seen your involvement as a trustee with the Indiana Next Level Fund Board. You've served on the Indiana Public Retirement System, the Indiana State Bar Association. You're obviously the chief legal counsel at our OMB. And closer to home, you served on the Avon Education Foundation and the Hendricks Community Board, County Board. And all these activities, as I was kind of reviewing this list, it's no surprise that they all lie at or around the convergence of where tax and legal issues maybe collide or converge. And so for that reason, I know that you're prepared, because I've seen you deal with a complex and translate it for Hoosiers. But what stands out again to me is not just the intelligence and the experience, but the calm demeanor and that calming approach to me for sure, and our entire administration, and to legislators, to constituencies all across the state, how you've been able to provide not just good but better customer service through your area of expertise. And others have come to the same conclusion. Some of your colleagues have described you as a rare combination of intellectual ability, legal knowledge, common sense, humility, deep conviction of his responsibility to do what is right and fair, someone who has patience, discernment, integrity that's required, sound judicial temperament, and fitness to serve as a highly effective judge on the Indiana Tax Court. And that is high praise, especially coming from who it came from. And I couldn't agree more. And so for those reasons and many, many more, I couldn't be prouder to appoint you to this position. And for your children's sake, I did the math. This court, its inception was in 1986. And so there's only been 2. And so when 1986 to today, that's 37 years. And if you were to take the average of Judge Fisher and Judge Wentworth, could be serving in 18 and a half years from now. That's 2041. So we're not here to get ahead of ourselves. We're here because of today and what's led up to this day. Congratulations, Judge.
Thank you, Governor. Really appreciate your kind words and your trust in me. It's been an honor and a joy to serve in your administration over these last 6.5 years. And it's a little bittersweet to be leaving before it's all finished. But I thank you for the opportunities that you've given me, and I thank you for this opportunity to continue to serve Indiana in the best way that I can. So thank you. It's an honor to be standing in front of all of you today. I'm so thankful to be here. I'm thankful to see so many friendly and warm faces here, people I know, people I've worked with, people I call friend, people I call family. Thank you all for your time, and thank you for taking the time to celebrate with me today. I want to take a moment just to give a special word of thanks to the governor's legal team, Joe Herons, Sharon Jackson, the now departed Cindy Carrasco, and Michael Nossett for their work and diligence in this process. Indiana's judiciary is better for it, and you're well served, Governor, by their advice and their effort. So thank you to all of you for your work. I want to thank Chief Justice Rush for being here today. I'm honored by your presence. Thank you for taking the time to be here. We spoke yesterday, and I'm ready to get started, and I think you are too. I do look forward to working with you in the coming months and years, and let me say, just count me in as you continue to push Indiana's judiciary forward. I know the work is never ending, but you have my cell phone number, so I know you know how to find me. I also want to say thank you to the members of the Judicial Nominating Commission. I see Molly Kitchell back there. It was a pleasure to get to know you through this process. I appreciate your thorough consideration of every applicant. The work that you do is unheralded and perhaps doesn't get the praise and attention that it should in the public eye. But I know that all Hoosiers are better off for the work that you have done. And I appreciate that effort that you put in and the hours that you put into this work. I look forward to supporting you now as a member of the bench and promise to make myself available to you as you need and as I can be helpful to you as we move forward. I want to say thank you to my new colleagues from the Indiana Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals. I met many of you here in the room before. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come be here and welcome me to your ranks. I look forward to getting to know you and to join you in continuing the work of building the best court system in the United States of America. I'm also particularly grateful to have outgoing Judge Martha Blood Wentworth here with us today. Your reputation as an expert in the field of tax is unparalleled. It's going to leave some big shoes to fill. Just ask that you give me a little bit of time. It's going to take me a while to reach your level, but I'm eager to get started, and I'm looking forward to working with you as you move into your next chapter and we move into the next chapter of the Indiana Tax Court. I also want to recognize my fellow finalists, Patrick Price and Kevin Holleran. Patrick Price is here with us today. I'm honored to have him with me. It is a distinct honor to have been considered alongside each of you. I never felt comfortable. In fact, I was nervous. You can tell my wife, I worried about it all the time. But Indiana is lucky to have each of you and to have the fruits of your intellect and your experience here in our state. So thank you. As I've reflected on the path before me, I've began by reflecting on where I want that path to end. It's how I start most things in my life. It's how I've tried to guide myself as I move through my days. It helps me to keep my eyes set on my destination, and it helps give me the perspective to avoid getting lost in the challenges of the present. I know it is no small task to assume the mantle of a single court judge that has a shorter history than I do. What I wouldn't give to be 37 again. It'd be great. And as only the third person to lead this court, I know that there is still much to be written about its place in Indiana's judiciary. I am fortunate to follow in the footsteps of two esteemed judges, Judge Wentworth and Judge Thomas Fisher. I hope to build on their accomplishments and their progress. When it's all said and done, I hope to leave a legacy as a judge who was fair and impartial, whose decisions were clear and well-reasoned, and who left the tax court better than I found it. As I pursue these goals, I will be guided by the same principles that have guided me throughout my days: honesty, integrity, humility, empathy, creativity, and courage, and a little bit of a sense of humor, too. And I will draw especially heavily on the example of my mentor and friend, former Indiana Supreme Court Justice Brent Dixon. He showed me what it means to be a judge at the outset of my career, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity that he gave me. And he taught me to balance principle and confidence with humility and integrity. And I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for your friendship. Finally, I am so very grateful to have my family with me here today. To my wife, Amy, thank you for your unwavering love and support for all these last 23 years and for many years to come. I know without a doubt that I would not be where I am today without you. To my children, Helen, Evelyn, Gabriel, and Gwendolyn, thank you for your prayers, thank you for your love, and thanks for your hugs and kisses too. To my mother-in-law, Sharon Smithhart, thank you for the blessing of your daughter, Amy. It's the best thing that's ever happened in my life. And I thank you for the example of a life lived in humility and service to others. It is a shining star and one that I hope to live up to. And to my parents, Donna and Eric, you've been there through it all. Probably thought we'd never get here. But you taught me to build my foundation on God, and you instilled in me the character that has guided me all along the way. I owe you more than I can ever repay, but I thank you for your time and your dedication to me. I love all of you. You inspire me. In closing, it is truly an honor to be entrusted to serve as Indiana's next tax court judge. Thank you, Governor Holcomb, Chief Justice Rush, and the Judicial Nominating Commission for your faith in me. I look forward to this new opportunity to serve Hoosiers and to propel Indiana forward into the next decades. Thank you.
Madam Chief Justice, would you please share?
Welcome to the bench. We're happy to have you. Judge Wentworth, thank you for just your time on the tax court. And it was up to you won your last award last month, correctly? National award. And you're leaving the tax court. It has an A rating. I don't think people realize it's one of the highest rated states for tax litigation in the country. And that rests on you and the work you've done. I've read your opinions. You do such a good job on writing clear, easy to read opinions. Thank you on my behalf, on my court's behalf, on doing that. But your time, and I was really thrilled when you said that you would be willing to serve as a senior judge to help Judge McAdams get his land legs as he continues on in the mold. Justin, we got to know you very well. We spent, Molly's here, the entire Judicial Nominating Commission spent a lot of time learning about the tax court. We met with a lot of tax practitioners. We did some CLEs. We went online. We learned about all the ins and outs. And thank you, Molly, and the team from the JNC for the time that you went in. But we kept hearing again and again about Justin McAdams, that you're fair to litigate against, that you work with both sides of the aisle, that you're constantly looking at systems improvement. And people sought us out to tell us about your greatness and how they believe people. And really, when you talk to people, when you're a litigator, when you've litigated cases and the people that you went against say how well you respected them and their clients, and even if they lost, they came away with a better sense of justice and what it means. Thank you for that. And I think that served you well. All of those cases, all those encounters, I think built you up to this moment. Patrick and Kenneth, unbelievably strong applicants. I definitely have been very happy to sitting here with any of the three of you doing that. So you did have some worthy applicants doing that. So we're here to help. We're excited to have you and welcome you to the bench and this exciting journey. Governor Holcomb, you can take a little breath now. You start looking at the trial court judges, right? I think they're lining up. And his team, I know, not in the history of Indiana has a governor appointed more. And when I was talking to him the other day, I suggested, what about going to law school? We'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. You're the next big thing. So thank you. Welcome. You see all the appellate judges and judges here today. We'll be there for you. So congratulations.